Hello everyone, welcome to YouTube channel Learn with Gisela. In this video we are going to start with a new chapter, that is cubes and cube roots. First we are going to study about what are perfect cubes, then how to find whether a particular number is a perfect cube or not, and then we are going to take up properties of cubes. So let's start. What are cubes? The cube of a number is the product of a number multiplied by itself 3 times and is read as number raised to the power 3. Let us assume a number is a. A is multiplied 3 times and we get a cube. For example, 4 into 4 into 4 is 4 cube, which is 64. 5 into 5 into 5 is 5 cube, which is 125. 12 into 12 into 12 is 12 cube, which is 1728. 15 into 15 into 15 is equal to 15 cube, which is 3375. So we can say the numbers such as 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, 1728, 3375 are all perfect cubes. Now an integer n is a perfect cube if there is an integer m such that n is equal to m into m into m. That means when we multiplied m 3 times, we got a perfect cube number, that is n. Let us say 64 is a perfect cube as there was an integer, say 4, which was multiplied 3 times. So we can say 64 is a perfect cube number because 4 was multiplied 3 times, right? So over here n we can say is equal to, n is our 64 and m is our 4. Right? So 4 was multiplied 3 times to get a perfect cube number, that is 64. Right? Now how to find out whether a particular number is a perfect cube or not? We know that the cube of a number is the product of the number multiplied by itself 3 times, right? So suppose we take a number a and multiply it 3 times, we get a cube. So what we have to do is we have to write the given number as the product of the prime factors and make triplets. And if we are able to form the triplets, we will say that it's a perfect cube number. Suppose for example we take 216 and we find out its factors. First of all, let us divide by 2, then again by 2, then again by 2, then 3, then 3, then 3, and these are the factors which we have got: 2 into 2 into 2 and 3 into 3 into 3. So easily we can say 2 cube into 3 cube. That means they can be easily formed into triplets. Further we can write 2 into 3 whole cube, which is 6 cube. So since all these factors can be formed into triplets, so therefore we can say 216 is a perfect cube of 6, right? Now let us take up one more example. Suppose we have to find out 3087 is a perfect cube or not. So let us start by finding its factors by prime factorization. So first of all, we shall divide 3087 by 3, we shall get 1029. Further again divide by 3, we shall get 343. Now divide by 7, we shall get 49. Again divide by 7, we shall get 7. And again divide by 7, we shall get 1. So the factors which we have got is 3 into 3, 7 into 7 into 7. Now over here if you observe, we can form the triplets of 7. So factors of 7 can be formed into triplets, but over here we have only 2 factors of 3. We cannot form triplet over here. So we can say 3087 is not a perfect cube because we cannot form the triplets of these factors. So therefore 3087 is not a perfect cube. Let us take one more example of a rational number. We have minus 64 divided by 1331, right? Now let us take out the factors of 64. We got minus 4 into minus 4 into minus 4, and factors of 1331 are 11 into 11 into 11. Now both can be written as minus 4 cube and upon 11 cube. Basically we can form the triplets. So we can say minus 64 by 1331 is a perfect cube of minus 4 by 11. Since we are able to form the triplets of the factors, therefore this number is a perfect cube, right? Now let us learn about properties of cubes of numbers. The first property is the cube of an even number is always even, whereas the cube of an odd number is always odd. Let us take an example. 6 is an even number. 6 cube is 216, which is an even number. 7 is an odd number. 7 cube is 343, which is an odd number. 12 is an even number, we shall get 1728, which is an even number. So we can say the cube of an even number is always even, whereas the cube of an odd number is always odd. The second property says the cube of any multiple of 2 is divisible by 8. So let's take an example. Suppose 6 we take, it is a multiple of 2. 6 cube is 216. If I divide 216 by 8, it should be fully divisible by 8. So I will get 27 as the quotient. Similarly, a multiple of 2 is 8. 8 cube is 512. If I divide it by 8, I will get 64. That means it is fully divisible by 8. 12 is again multiple of 2. 12 cube is 1728. If I divide it by 8, it is also fully divisible and I will get 216 as a quotient. So cube of any multiple of 2 is actually divisible by 8, right? Similarly, the third property says the cube of any multiple of 3 is divisible by 27. Let us take an example. Suppose we take 9 as a number which is a multiple of 3. 9 cube is 729. If I divide by 27, I shall get 27 as a quotient. That means it is divisible by 27. Now 12 cube, 12 is a multiple of 3. 12 cube is 1728. If I divide it by 27, I will get 64, right? 15 cube is 3375. If I divide by 27, I shall get 125. So this is also divisible by 27. So we can say cube of any multiple of 3 is divisible by 27, right? The fourth property says the cube of a negative number is always negative. This is because minus multiplied 3 times is always minus. Minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus. So whenever we have a number with a negative sign or a negative number, cube of that number will always be negative because we are multiplying minus 3 times. So minus 6 cube is actually minus 216. Why? Because we are multiplying minus 6. We are multiplying minus 6 into minus 6 into minus 6. That's why we are getting minus 216. Similarly, if we take minus 7 cube, so it is minus 343. If we take minus 12 cube, it is minus 1728, right? So we say that the cube of a negative number is always negative. Now cube of a positive number is always positive because we are multiplying plus sign 3 times. So 6 cube is 216, 8 cube is 512, 12 cube is 1728, right? So this is the fifth property. Now sixth property says the cube of a rational number is equal to the cube of its numerator divided by the cube of its denominator. So suppose we take a rational number 4 by 7 whole cube. We will split it into two parts. We will write in the numerator 4 cube, in the denominator 7 cube, which is actually 64 by 343. So in this way we solve the rational number. Cube of any rational number is actually equal to the cube of its numerator divided by cube of its denominator, right? With this we come to end of this video. Hope you have understood perfect cubes and their properties. In the next video we shall be taking cube roots and prime factorization method. So please do like and subscribe my channel. Thank you everyone. Have a great day ahead.